As we approach the postseason here in the Cardinals franchise, we're going to be seeing if rookie Daryl Marino is indeed ready to help fuel a postseason run for the Cardinals. He's looked really impressive this season, and now at the major league level, he's getting his first taste of experience. And I've got him playing on an everyday basis. I have switched up some things here against lefties. You'll notice Nolan Arenado not in the lineup right now. He's actually been one of our worst performing hitters against lefties this year. And while his defense is elite, what I'm focused on right now is getting as many at-bats for Marino as possible. We're going to have Brendan Donovan take some reps at third instead and bat seventh. He's hitting the 250 range against lefties this season. But I'm cool giving Arenado the occasional off day against a lefty where he hasn't been great, and just seeing Marino play more, Carlson play more. I would like to get Carlson a few more at-bats, but I think the ABs are more important to get to Marino right now. But Carlson has actually done a really good job against lefties this season, so that platoon role of his is pretty safe. The Cards are 70-42 as we try to hold off the Brewers 9.5 games back. Hopefully nothing gets too interesting. We're going to start off today against the New York Mets, who open with a 7-2 win. We traded them Aurelvis Martinez last episode. He goes 3 for 4 in his first game against us. All three appear to be singles, and the Mets win rather easily. One thing I haven't experimented with much is the quick manage games, where you get more control over the in-game decisions, and I guess I do quick manage from time to time, but it's kind of a nice way to at least give guys some playing time without adjusting your full lineup. But the main thing I wanted to see here was us get to pitch to Aurelvis Martinez today. Bases loaded here for Nolan Gorman. I kind of want to jump in. You know, MLB's done a good job with things like the critical situations and whatnot, but I think something like play the moments in Madden would also make a lot of sense. I'm kind of Frankensteining that in right now as we got the bases juice for Gorman. 2-0 Cards. We could really break it open. Sky is impeccable, by the way. Driven deep to center field. Gorman gone. Grand slam to get the party started today. Nothing like a perfect on your first swing of the day. Let's go. Gorman hits number 29. Should have 30 this season. Robert not far away either. But yeah, I think if they incorporated a play the moment style where it gave you the key at-bats in that game and maybe a late inning jam or something, there'd be a lot of ways to condense the season down to get bits and pieces of the experience. And here is Aurelvis Martinez with his new squad. I feel like if we were still kind of working towards being a playoff team, it would have made some sense to keep him around. But with where the organization is right now, I feel like his game was still too much of a project. Buy him at 96. Tink Hence, 1-2. Got him with the breaking ball. Now let's get an AB in here with Daryl Marino. 2 homers back in last episode. Love the big scoreboard here at Citi Field, by the way. So he was ranked our number 6 prospect, the number 2 first baseman, though, in all of baseball. So kind of puts into perspective, 55 overall prospect. Maybe that's not as exciting, but I think those rankings are kind of weird. It should be prioritizing those close to the bigs. Come on. That was a really good slider there very early. Right center. Hit pretty well. And it's out of reach. Extra bases for Daryl Marino. And he's not stopping too. He had his first homers last episode. And now he's got his first triple. That was exceptionally reckless. But I wanted it. Got a homer and a triple my first 2 at-bats. I thought Conforto was going to get there. It just had so much hang time, it felt like something he'd get to, I guess. So let's see if we can bring him home then. I'm doing a better job, I think, of taking that low early strike. But then I pop it up to shallow left, so it doesn't matter. You know, it's a pretty good situation to have Marino hitting 9. I just think that that's the best spot for him here against righties, given how good our lineup is. Could change, obviously. That was hit too sharp, and Marino doesn't run that well, so it takes a hit. Oh, this guy can get hits. 2 for 2, Luis Robert Jr., hitting .275. Needs 6 more homers, just 3 a month to close the season out to get to 30. That hopefully will bloop in. It is down the line and foul. Wait, no, it's fair. My bad, it's fair. That's what I was trying to do. Bailed out by the jam, and I'm almost hitting for the cycle today, guys. I got a homer, triple, and a single. Oh, great angle here. Man. As close as it gets. Second at-bat now for Aurelvis Martinez. As Hentz is putting together a pretty good start so far. The only run was off of a Francisco Alvarez double. And having trouble getting a strike here. That one should have been. Martinez 3-0. He draws a 4-pitch walk. So it's been a tough season for Hentz coming off the Rookie of the Year season. He's regressed in a lot of areas. Let's see if he can get through 5 here. I mean, the 5th inning to me. This, as I've done my franchises, this is like the ultimate inning. This is the barometer for me. Is do you get through your 5th inning cleanly or not? This is often the turning point. And that's going to be popped up for Gorman. Shallow center. Not a problem. You know, if you can't get through that 5th, then you're probably going to have to use at least 3 bullpen arms, and that stresses the depth of your pen, which isn't a super big concern for us right now. Falling behind Gavin Lux, who also has a triple in this game. Just looking for a strike, and he's got one here. Arenado out there. No double play. And a chopper to Perdomo will retire Acuna, and that is 5 innings for Tink Hentz. We're going to go through every Martinez at-bat today, and this one is not going to be caught by Nootbaar. Had a chance, and now everybody's safe at 2nd and 3rd. Nice opposite field power there, as we have lefty Matthew Liberatore now in the game. I got to say, I'm really enjoying this particular game. That one is smoked to right, should be a run. I don't know. I'm always thinking of different ways of like getting through the season a little bit faster, but trying to, you know, still get experience and see the team in a variety of situations and opponents. This like makeshift play the moments kind of feels refreshing. Liberatore's had a really good season for us. He's eaten up a lot of innings at the same time. That again to Nootbaar. They just keep hitting it his way. But that's the thing, like when you don't make it through the 5th inning and you have to use, 3 or 4 bullpen arms, you have to assume that one of those guys at least is going to have a bad day. Because relievers are weird. They're inconsistent. You can't just assume your relievers are going to get the job done every time. So the model for me for a good day is always to like have the starter go 6, which, isn't as frequent these days. And then obviously you have like a setup and a closer, hopefully get a chance to play. And then, hopefully the guy that enters in the 7th inning doesn't screw it up. I do enjoy critical situations, but the way I have it set up, like you don't get a lot of chances to play with the starters that way, unless it's like finishing off a shutout, which honestly, once you've done it 1,000 times and seen that play out, it's less interesting. because I think it's more important to see that starter in like a 6th inning jam that makes or breaks the outing for them. So if I do things more this way, I think like I can get an inning in with like every starter and we don't go a long stretch without seeing them. Phil Maton has struggled this year. We'll give him the 9th inning. Oh, I forgot to jump into the Martinez at bat there, but it's a 5-run win for the Cardinals. Nice performance there, led by the grand slam of Nolan Gorman. Oh, and he hit 2 homers in this game. That's right. So 28 and 29. We're on 30 home run watch today. And a good bounce back start for Tink Hence. Like, he should be shutting down a lineup like this, and he did. Game 3 against the Mets, and it's an 11-10 New York win. Gorman hits number 30. Robert, he gets, 25 now on this season. Dylan Lesko, 4 innings allowed. Bullpen really rough in this game as we used 4 arms. 3 gave up runs, including Helsley giving up 3, which won the game for New York. He didn't even get an out. So a walk-off home run, it appears, and that would be Francisco Alvarez. Martinez got a long ball in there as well. So nice little start to his Mets tenure. Let's see if we can get on track against Pittsburgh. Now I'm wondering if the custom game entry can just do the whole play the moment thing that I was talking about. But it throws me into the bottom of the 9th inning, so not exactly what I had in mind, but you know what? We're down 1. Let's hop in. So, tying run at second, Victor Scott, not known as an RBI machine here in this series. You might want to see, well, I was trying to call time there, but I guess I'll start off 1-0. I wanted to see who's on the bench. Off day over, Luis Roberts coming in. Tying run in scoring position. We might have to run. Couple substitutions here as Daryl Marino is going to get taken out for Mason Wynn. That's inside out, punch to second base. Not a good start to the at-bat there, and it's over anyway. Let's go to Geraldo Perdomo versus Brusdar Graterol. So it takes a hit to stop this slide. Graterol, 98 with the fastball. And 99 on the sinker, even faster than his fastball. Taking low. Up the middle, that is through, and the game is tied. Geraldo Perdomo. Could we have more extra innings today? Let's get the bullpen ready just in case. Top of the 10th. Give me Helsley. Nolan Gorman, a chance now to win it. 3 for 4. He's on a hot streak, too. 3 straight games with a home run. Count is 2-1. Slider fouled off. And it's full now, so the runner can go. No! Got one elevated, but very late on the fastball. We play extras. With all the moves they've made in this series, I was looking forward to maybe some big battles with the Pirates. And that's going to center field in front of Robert. 1 pitch and a 1-run lead for the Bucks. Byron Buxton now playing out his age 33 season with the Pirates. He's regressed pretty heavily in the franchise, unfortunately. Would love an excuse to go trade for him, but the ratings just don't make sense. Struck him out. Yeah, good call there. You throw it fast enough, the umpire can't even see it. Strike 3. Milwaukee, 6.5 games back already. So they're making up some ground, and there's still, a fair amount of time left in the season. Before the deadline, the Pirates went and acquired Jordan Lawler from the Diamondbacks. He's listed at short, but they have Bo Bichette in this series, I believe. 103 and fouled off. How do you take that pitch? That is impossible. You decided beforehand you weren't swinging. There we go. So it's going to take 2 to win it. 1 to tie. We don't have a lot of speed there at second base. Do we have any move here that makes sense? It's Gorman. And I could probably shuffle some things around with Donovan going down to second base. I think I'll make that move. Just hopefully have a better chance at extending the game. So we're emptying the bench tonight. Walker down the line. That's a hit. Wave him home. That's going to be... Oh, I'm stuck here. I thought that was going to take a little bit longer maybe. Well, I tied the game. It's not often I get the extra base, and one of the reasons I don't try a lot is because when you're selecting your base here in the show and like you want to change your mind, there's a delay in the player like reacting. Say you thought about going 2, now it looks like you're not going to make it there, you want to turn back. It's hard to change direction. You're kind of stuck with what you initially commit to. I've just never really gotten comfortable with like the timing of when to take that extra base on plays like that. So I usually don't, or I'm like, this is the time I'm going to do it. And then I fail. So we'll play on here into the 11th. I don't want to burn up any more energy on Helsley, so it's going to have to be the Michael Kopech show now. I don't know about this one. Brian Hayes leading things off. He's in front of Hayes, and it's skied for Robert. You can't run on that even with 99 speed. Brian Reynolds now as Kopech falls behind in the count. First base open, so I'm okay pitching around him here. Just got to keep that blazing fast runner from scoring. Oh, but he's got the best protection behind him here. Oh, that's 100, and he's under it. Big pitch from Kopech, and it's high. Would have been nice there to get the strikeout and then walk Soto, but not the way it's going to play out. That was dangerous. 1 and 2 on Soto. He looks at strike 3. And then it's Alonso. Like, this is a lineup that should be producing a playoff caliber team. I don't get it. 127 with runners in scoring position this year for Alonso. Sounds like a solo home run machine. Got him. Strike 3. Michael Kopech. That was a win-worthy performance. Let's see if we can cash in against Jose Hernandez. Even less speed now at second base, so I don't think a single's gonna do it. We need 2 good at-bats. Just a piece of that one to avoid a strikeout. Got him! I thought I had decent timing on that slider. Wilson Contreras. Right center field. It is hit pretty well. And I'm not even... See, it's so hard to get back. I literally, like, hit third for a moment, brought him back. That's how we go to the 12th inning. And now we're going to put in Matt Moore, whose roster spot is safe for now. His ratings have fallen, but he's given us 17 pretty solid innings this season, especially against lefties. So here's Luis Garcia. Not a ton of speed there at second base as the curve is elevated. Just low. Buxton on deck. Unbelievable. Good take by Garcia, I guess. And now they're going to go to their bench. That's Teoscar Hernandez. I forgot he was on this team. Not feeling good here. Down 2-0. 3-0 now. Got him reaching on one there. Broke out the changeup. We're going to go back to it again. And that is low, loading the bases. Gabriel Marino. I wonder if he came over in the Lawler trade or if it was separate transactions. Left center. It's going to get down, and 2 are going to score. Robert on to third base, not in time. And the Pirates lead by a pair. Fly to Nootbaar, and that could be set up for a third run. Throw coming in, and it is just a little late. Hernandez will now stay in for the Pirates as they look to score another win. Mason Wynn to left field, a towering fly, but wasn't hit all that hard, actually. Losing this game would bring the Brewers back to within 6. Not the most comforting lead when we began the day, nearly 10. Right center now from Robert, and that has a chance to fall, and it's off the glove. Good thing, because I already had Robert going to second base. I'm not going to get greedy here, because the tying run is coming to the plate in the form of Geraldo Perdomo. Perdomo lines it to short. Game on the line now with 3 hitting Dylan Carlson. We know what it takes here in this moment. 96 on the outer edge. The Pirates, I'd say, are still in the wild card mix, though. They're only a few games behind Milwaukee. Again, line to short. That's how it all ends. Pirates win in extras. And why does it seem like all my extra inning games never end in like 10? We have to play at least like 3 innings. Frustrating loss there amidst a frustrating stretch for the Cardinals. Just how bad has it been? We are 2-10 over our last 12 games. Every team is going to run into a cold streak or 4 during the course of a year, and hopefully this is as cold as it gets for us. But if it goes on any longer, this could become a really interesting division. But thankfully, we bounce back in a big way against them in Game 3. Wilson Contreras has the big day with 4 RBIs, a homer, plus a double, as Nestor Cortez was 1 out away from a complete game shutout. The homestand continues as we take on the Giants. This doesn't look too promising, but it turns into a 4-3 win for the Redbirds. Hence got into some early trouble, but goes 5, only allowing the 1 earned run. One thing that's nice, too, in these quick manage games is just being able to manually get these guys some more playing time in some cases. Like, we had to give Walker an off day here, so it gives us a chance to put Marino at first for a game. Mason Wynn can DH. The lineup looks a little bit different, but when you're just simulating, they don't often make these kinds of moves. Now, last year we had a Rookie of the Year pitcher, of course, in Tink Hence. Dylan Lesko is doing everything he can to duplicate that. 15-5. He is flirting with a 20-win season. Now, gives up an early home run in this game to Ryan Mountcastle. We're going to be able to answer back, though, it looks like. Or we had a guy thrown out at the plate. I think they got Perdomo. And then we double play to end the inning. That's pretty rough. We just loaded the bases again, scored on a double play, and then a single from Mason Wynn. Let's jump into it now with Dylan Lesko, who's been enjoying a really successful rookie year. I know we've been moving quickly this season, but I want to find ways of still helping tell the story and show the players, not just talk about their numbers. But Lesko was obviously one of the first big investments in the franchise, trying to find somebody who could be a top-of-the-rotation arm. And thankfully right now, not in a position where he needs to be that guy, but he is showing that potential. 2-2 game here in the third as he gets Luis Matos. Lesko has just done everything well this year. He has a 7.3 K rate. Walks and home runs, not much of an issue. 16 quality starts, only 15 home runs allowed. 20 wins, though, being a possibility is pretty unreal. Jung-Hoo Lee is next. So you know we got to find a way to get him a lead in this game. I want a real shot at 20. And he's the one guy that could give us a prospect promotion incentive all over again, too. 0-2 and jammed, but that's going to turn foul. And he got him up and in with that fastball. Not overpowering, but it seems he's got a pretty good low-mid 90s fastball for him. Ryan Mountcastle took him yard earlier in the game, so we'll try to bounce back with a better at-bat. This time, that's not the pitch to do it. But the magic of baseball is you'll get lucky a lot of times anyway. How's Daryl Marino doing? Well, at this point, he's hitting .308. I'd say he's doing a pretty good job. I mean, to dominate at 3 levels in 1 year is pretty impressive. Still only has the pair of homers, but if he's still producing without being reliant on the long ball, let's go! Big league blast for Daryl Marino. And I got my first with him in the series. As enticing as it was to think about adding someone like Nolan Jones. Of course, I'm biased towards the prospects we already have. Always will be. But the ratings on Marino, to me, say he can be a true superstar. Now, I said last episode he has 87 potential. It's truly 84. But I think this guy can be a really solid 84 overall player. And if his rookie season is any indication, his ceiling is sky high as this one is sent for 60 to the Cardinals Nation rooftop over there. And then they hit Carlson on the very next pitch. Come on, man. Count on Contreras right here is 3-2. We're looking to do some damage, and I swung at ball 4. I'm mad. Mason Wynn is up, and he's done great so far. 3 for 7. You know, it's only 7 at-bats, but at least he's getting hits. In the air, lifted out to center. That's hit pretty well. Get back. It is gone. Second homer of the inning. Mason Wynn 100 off the bat. So initially the auto base running, it played it safe there. But when I looked down and saw the exit velo was 100, no, you got to get going. 5-2 St. Louis. Rough inning for Taijuan Walker against our young studs. I'm going to keep highlighting these 5th innings as well. Lesko 61 pitches into his night. I wonder how the simulated stamina is affected here by playing the game this way. I mean, energy at that point, just below 50, might be a little light, but doesn't feel terrible. I've already been tweaking stamina in this game anyway, as I do like pitchers being able to go deeper into games. Slowly up the middle, Perdomo. Not quite able to reach out for that one. Otto Lopez hits it past Marino into right field, and the Giants quickly get 2 aboard. Gotta get Laureano now. And that's going to be lifted for Roberts. Easy play. Almost overran it. Down the line, slicing foul. Matos falling behind Lesko. Got him! Good change-up away. Lesko, number 6 on the night. And a ground ball to Marino. Does he really have that silver defensive badge? That's got to be a good thing. Inning over for Dylan Lesko. Yeah, I want to hit with the rookie again. It's just too much fun. 3 homers, 9 RBIs. They kept Taijuan Walker in the game. Let's see if we can take him out. Got one up, and my eyes light up for those. Look at him reaching out there just to knock that splitter away. And then a foul tip on the next splitter, unfortunately. Home run, Luis Robert. Another multi-hit night. And Jojo Romero comes in for the 9th inning. 6-2 St. Louis. And that's headed out to Nootbaar. And this game is all wrapped up for a Cardinal win. Gotta get things back on track here in August before the Brewers can close that gap any further. And a nice job here getting a boost from Daryl Marino. The rookie is looking pretty special. I really think Masyn Winn has given his career a major resurgence this season as well. Not just that home run and the fact that he was maybe the best player at AAA, period. But his ratings are up to an 81 overall now. 6 contact righty, 5 contact lefty. He's always been good defensively with speed, especially with the timing of like Brendan Donovan's contract coming up and his regression at the same time. Is there now more of a future than there was before for Masyn Winn? He still has an option. You know, we're not up against like a deadline here. Like if next year he didn't have any options left, it would be tougher. Like we could probably keep him on the bench, but when a guy has options, you at least can send him down if things aren't going well. You can buy some time, but I feel like now he's set up to give it another really good shot. And in a way, the Martinez trade was as much of a vote of confidence in Winn being a better player to have around longer. 3 straight wins for the Cardinals. They look to make it 4. Ryan Helsley. 1-run lead facing catcher Danny Jansen. And Helsley comes in number 4 in saves here in the NL. 6 blown or 7 blown saves now, I want to say, for him. But he's done everything this year, allowing less home runs, a better overall ERA. That's a scary pitch there, but it's going to fly to Scott. And I feel like he should be in center instead. Let's make that swap. Yeah, we're going to put Robert in left, and Donovan is going to get subbed out then for Dylan Carlson. And then we move Carlson and Victor Scott. Just shuffle the whole outfield here with 1 gone in the 9th inning. Austin Hayes. Dylan Lesko leads the league in wins? Wow. We're going to have to go take a look at that leaderboard here and really pay attention to his starts going forward. And these little quick manage games are going to be an awesome way of doing that. Don't need this getting interesting now. 3-2. It's a walk. Marco Luciano. And a slider taken outside. We got to get back in the zone. There we go on the corner. Bounced it. Winn stops it. Got the out at second. It's all we get. But a heck of a play by Masyn Winn. His stock is going up this episode. At the beginning of the series, he was the hopeful shortstop of the future, and things just didn't play out that way. But if he has to be the second baseman of the future, I think that even if his offense isn't great, like, that's a position you don't expect a lot of offense. He can still, I think, be a plus second base defender. Smash to center. Scott's speed is tested. Even he can't get there. Curtis Mead blasts it to center and ties the game at 3. Curtis Mead. Flashbacks to A's franchise against the Rays. Even with Scott in center, we couldn't get there, and it's a blown save for Ryan Helsley, whose confidence is shaken right now. Left field, Robert is over. And here we go again. We've been talking about walk-off wins a lot lately. I feel like 120 of our games are at home. I don't try to only play home games. I love to play more on the road, but it feels like we're always here. All right, bottom 9, the game is extended. Here is Mason Wynn. I wanted the high curveball, but not out there. That one does get me, though. In on the hands and popped up. Wynn will not be the 9th inning hero. Victor Scott is next. Hasn't hit lefties well this year, so I'm thinking bunt. Maybe not so much now. Slice to left field, and the winning run is on. All right, so we need to advance him then. With a lefty on the mound, there is absolutely no hesitation. In the scoring position is Victor Scott. Carlson bouncing to third. I'm a little early on some of these fastballs lately. Just a tick later, and we might have a game winner. Nolan Gorman hits one hard, left field, it's down! Victor Scott, ball game! Nolan Gorman walks us off this time. The Cards do it in 9. On a 2-out single, Scott reached, and you knew that single was effectively a double. All it takes then is one more hit. Nolan Gorman so tough against lefties. Like, what makes him really valuable, like, think about a lot of lefty power bats. Usually, they're the guys you counter with that lefty reliever that throws that big curveball and slider. It doesn't work on him. He's better against lefties than righties, which is why I cannot let him leave. The action today is awesome. This is a dense episode for fun moments, big hits, home runs. Love episodes like this. Might be my favorite episode of the season. And sure, it's like easy when you're hitting all these home runs and everything, but the quick manage, you know, in and out style of game has been pretty fun for me today. Let's go check on the win leaders this year in the National League, and Dylan Lesko stands atop the entire major leagues. 4 more to hit 20. 24 starts, 16 wins. This guy's got to have the best run support out of anybody. Wins are a pretty fluky stat. It has to time up with the offense being able to support and the bullpen not blowing those games. But Dylan Lesko has a shot at a really tough to reach milestone. We push on now as the Cardinals defeat the Giants. It's our first sweep in a minute, and it's a 4-game home sweep. Then we get Kansas City, KC, and St. Louis. It just feels like these two should be in the same division, you know? That would feel right. We continue. It's an entire week of wins. 1-run wins, too. 4 straight games. Walk off in the last one there against Kansas City? Why not? But Lesko takes the mound in the finale. I really wish that Mason Wynn had third base flexibility. I think he would be startable there, average to above average. Doesn't have like the offensive profile, but it would be nice if that was just in his back pocket as an option to come off the bench. Arenado has been needing a lot of off days lately, so he is getting them. The game opens on an error and a stolen base with a walk. Early trouble for Lesko. Vinny Pasquantino hoping to spoil win 17. But Lesko gets ahead. High in the air toward Nootbaar in right. Deep enough to tag, and the Royals will get on the board. Yeah, and why is Bobby Witt hitting 6th? What is up with that? How good is this lineup then? I don't like the way the CPU structures lineups and how they don't change them just like based on performance and what makes the most sense. I don't remember them getting Alec Boehm, but he's in Kansas City now. Out in front is Bobby as we try to keep them to just the 1 run. Got him looking. We're going to jump ahead to the 2nd inning now. Lars Nootbaar continues just an incredible year. He's been hurt, so the overall volume numbers aren't going to be there, but a 338 average, still a 1,000 OPS. He might win the batting title this season. Under the slider and just a tick late. Playable and out. Brings up Daryl Marino. And Marino clobbers one. Back and gone. Keep giving them fastballs in the middle of the plate. 4 homers on the year, 10 RBIs, an early impact from Daryl Marino. Could this all be costing him a chance at Rookie of the Year next season? Possibly. But I really wanted to see if Marino was going to be an option for us to make the team better right now for this playoff run. And from everything I've seen, he's more than prepared. Lesko gets through the 3rd with no issue. And I'm really curious about what Mason Wynn can do the rest of the way. 375 average right now. Maybe he just needed a little more time. That was a nice pitch. I don't feel like in my series I've had that much success with guys who have that delayed breakout. The guys who come up, have high expectations, but can't deliver for multiple years. They usually just don't. But I've got hope once again. I'm back. 3-2 on Mason Wynn. And he draws the 3rd inning walk. One thing, too, with Wynn is he's always had that stolen base upside as well. He's just not been on the big league roster enough to show it. Donovan lines one to left field. Cards have 2 on. I just noticed those massive purple cleats. I like them, even if it doesn't fit the Cardinals' aesthetic whatsoever. 2-0 on Geraldo Perdomo. Too eager on the fastball. I am not used to this. Being very early on 96. How about that drive to center, though? Not that impressive. And then the big bats come to play. Luis Robert, 2 on, 2 down. I missed a 3-run homer. It's inside, 3-1 with Gorman on deck. Pavetta's got to give us something here. That shouldn't be a strike. I know it is, but it shouldn't be. 3-2. And he rolled us over. He really got away with one that inning. I'm mad. We have had a lot of errors today. I really wonder who's been committing those. 2 errors in this game. Now an error hit by pitch combination. Heck yeah, I want to hit with Marino. 2 on, nobody down. Oh, come on, though. Come on. I know I had the timing. It was late. I know it says good, but it's more late than it is good. And got him. 96, just behind it. Really want to make Pivetta pay here. 2 on. I guess an error isn't his fault. Hit by pitches. And just late. As it's going to stay 1 apiece. Here we are again. 5th inning for Lesko. Not getting the run support he's used to. Going to try to get through this 5th inning. If it goes well, could see a 6th. Mario Morales. 2024 pick of theirs. Great name, too. Lesko strikes him out. Steven Kwan lines one into center. Somehow he's not with Cleveland anymore in this series. He's going now. Contreras firing. It is in time. Lesko makes it through 5. But he might not go further than 6, and he needs some run support. Bottom 5, and Mason Wynn leading things off. Right by him at 95, and swung right through it. Had to swing at that fastball, a really good pitch that will get Wynn. We then get back-to-back singles from Donovan and Perdomo, the on-base boys. And so we've got Luis Roberts and the chance with a tired Nick Pivetta hoping to make it through the inning. Breaking ball sky-high center field. Up there for a while and caught. Gorman now, it's all up to him in the 5th. Pivetta emptying the tank. That is low and away to Gorman. We just need one of those breaking balls to go where he doesn't want it. Like that! And it's foul. Weakly grounded. Pivetta getting a couple really good pitches here with 2 strikes that we had to go after. Meanwhile, Dylan Lesko, 6th inning, 87 pitches in. Ground ball. How about a double play? A very pitch count friendly sequence there as we approach 90. And Pasquantino lifts it deep to right and gone. And the Kansas City Royals had taken the lead. He's been a tough guy to homer off of this season. Just maybe a little too greedy there with a slider into a good power hitter. And Bobby Witt grounds it softly to end the inning. So unless we get 2 here in the bottom half of the 6th, we're not going to see Lesko have a chance at win 17 today. Lars Nootbaar with the drive. That's hit well, and it stays in the park. But Nootbaar's into second base with a leadoff double off of John Gray, who relieves Nick Pivetta. And the hot season for Lars Nootbaar continues. Daryl Marino is next. The rookie taking high. The lead back up for St. Louis. It was a little scary earlier in the episode. It got down to 6. It's back to 10.5. No! Come on, please. Back further. No, Jeffers. Come on, man. The inside ones still give me a ton of trouble. That's going to turn foul, and it will also be run down. And that one hurts. That was right in the center of the plate. And even that wasn't timed quite right. So Lesko is not going to get a win here in this outing. Matt Moore has not had the best episode. Hit by pitch, walk, single is how his 8th inning gets underway, and then the bases are loaded. I feel like we're reaching the end of the road potentially with Matt Moore. Amazingly, Phil Maton just stranded all 3 runners. The bases are loaded again in the 9th inning. We're going to go with Mason Miller in this spot, and he does get a ground out, a walk. 56 at-bats now for Daryl Marino, still hitting in the high 200s. Down 3 here, 9th inning. Marino inches from a fair ball. A long at-bat, though, for Daryl Marino to begin the 9th inning for the home half. Defensive swing there, taking out some teammates in the dugout. This has actually been incredible. 13th pitch of the inning here to Daryl Marino. No! Would have been awesome there to get a base runner and wear him out a little bit. And then a full count to Jordan Walker. So back-to-back long at-bats. And a drive lifted out there to deep left center. Given a ride. Walker gets us a run closer with another Cardinals home run. Been a while since I gave y'all an episode with this many. That's 16. But we're not finished. Still one gone. Slow chopper now. It is a 1-pitch ground ball, and Contreras is gone. And they go with the fresh arm to face Mason Wynn. John McMillan. Mason Wynn left center. That's gonna not fall in. I thought it was. I don't know. Someone check that baseball. That one just floated not quite right. Royals take this game and avoid the brooms. This has been a really fun episode for me and kind of eye-opening. I mean, that was an enjoyable way to go through a couple weeks and to see a lot of players, a lot of opponents. We got into every one of those series. I'm going to have to definitely play around with that a lot more. But I did want to get in, at least a couple series here of simulating to get us closer to September. But overall, really good homestand for us. 2 more homers for Jordan Walker. That is a 7-2 win. Corbin Burns gets the win. Jordan Walker hits 3 homers. Not a bad last 5 minutes for the guy. And then Nasty Nestor. He already has an 8 2/3 inning outing today. And he goes 7 1/3 this time in the win. Lesko still looking for win 17. Against the Texas Rangers, we have a slim lead late. Can we protect it? Might be our last action here of the episode. 1-run game. Making this Lesko 20-win run, a priority storyline-wise. And finally, we're on the road today. When's the last time we had an episode here at this stadium? First rounder, Wyatt Langford hitting for the Rangers. Maton strikes him out. Jonah Heim left center, long run. Donnie gets there, and the lead is held. This has got to be my least favorite batter's eye in the majors. I don't think I've hit here before. I can't pick anything up. Strike 3 on Contreras. Daryl Marino hitting .260 now. Getting settled into his pro career. It's been nothing but sliders away. I swung at one of them out there, though. Line drive, caught in right. Hey, we like this. Mason Wynn still on a tear. That AAA hot streak still hasn't left. We have a 3-1 count on Wynn, and it hits him in the thigh. He nearly gets hit. Wild accuracy. Wynn takes off, and it's popped up. Won't matter. 1-run lead going bottom 9. See, we've had a lot of these late inning scenarios, but like, we're the ones always having a chance to walk them off. Now we have to protect against it. Ryan Helsley, 36 of 44. Lefty's just getting the better of him this year, and he will face 2 of them in this inning. Fly ball, left field. He's not coming in on full stamina, so getting a 1 pitch out there helps. Leody Taveras. As we try to bury that slider and get strike 1. But if this is going to be, not fully rested as we get the second out, let's just not screw around too much and use the fastball. Ground ball Arenado. What was that? 4 pitches? Ball game. And that should be a win for Dylan Lesko as he gets even closer. 6 1/3 innings for Dylan this time around. The consistency is just not something you expect of a rookie. We'll simulate out this series against the Rangers. It does go to the Cardinals, best 2 out of 3. And then we return home for a series against the Rockies, head out for a Pittsburgh series. But it sure looks like things are coming together for us, just how we hoped. Big 10-game lead now, 9.5 in the Central. I'm also paying attention to what's happening for the 2 seed in the NL, because the Dodgers are going to be the 1. Marlins are 4 games behind us. I don't believe we have any more head-to-heads. But what you have to pay attention to in September is we play 7 games against the Dodgers. That'll be not only a good playoff preview, but a final test for holding on to first place and the 2 seed. I want to see Daryl Marino's numbers now on the year. So he has gotten his first cold streak at the majors. Happens to everybody. But Marino hitting .256 with a .487 slugging. 9 extra base hits already. I think he's showing plenty of promise. The hottest hitter in the lineup, though, is probably Jordan Walker. Wilson Contreras also having a really good stretch, but Walker hit 4 home runs in like a 2 or 3 day span, so now he's got a chance to set new career highs in that category, along with slugging. I mean, that's still in the cards. Dylan Lesko. I think that crown means he's in first place for an award. I saw there's actually like a glossary of what all those icons mean. I didn't know what they all meant for the longest time. Gorman is in the MVP mix, but I just don't think you can catch Shohei. Cy Young, Aaron Nola, Yamamoto, and Strider. And then Rookie of the Year. I mean, he wasn't there like an episode or 2 ago. He's outperforming a rookie hitting .302 with 19 home runs. We're going to have to maintain that 20-game pace if we're going to actually beat out Bryant Gerber. That's going to do it for today, everybody. Would love your feedback on this episode. I think it's going to be one of my favorites. Good to be back more in the swing of things here in the Cardinals franchise, getting more episodes out. So thank you again. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, more coming soon. Have a great day.